welcome to Open Creative. Thanks for stopping by to consider Open Creative as your community for business growth and creative growth. I am Nathan. I am your coach and host here at Open Creative, and I've created Open Creative for artists like you. What I'd like to do is just take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about Open Creative, and I'd like to start that by letting you know what we believe. These are some principles that we believe in and the purpose why Open Creative was created. So at Open Creative, we believe that every artist deserves this opportunity to earn a living from their art. We believe that if whatever you create as the artist, whatever we create as artists, we should be able to earn some money from it and a living from it, just like anyone else with any skill set can earn a living from their particular skill set. We also believe that every artist can build a business from their art. So you might say, hey, look, these two things sound very similar. Well, sometimes what I've learned in coaching artists is that sometimes some artists don't want to build an entire business from their art. It actually takes them away from their art to an extent, but they do want to earn a living. Sometimes the side hustle is at play more than actually building the enterprise of art. There's this peace and balance and fluidity of art that's involved in those two statements. But in either case, wherever you sit, you deserve to either earn a living or build a business from your art. Okay. We also believe that every artist deserves to find this balance between their creative growth and their business growth. We know that sometimes the more you pursue business, sometimes it stifles that creativity. And sometimes the more you pursue your creative growth, it's a new thing you're doing, sometimes it impacts the business. But we believe that there's balance there. And the community, the coaching, the services and courses and workshops we have are designed to support that wherever you play there. Okay. We do this by supporting the artist, build your creative business from the foundation of your art. What does that mean? That means that your art is actually the foundation, the primary product or service of your business. Sometimes artists get into business and the business becomes the business and the art becomes something else, and they feel really disconnected. We make sure that your art is that foundation of the business. If there is no art, there is no business. And we have to support the art, the process of the art, the artist who makes the art. All of that is the foundation of the business. It's a different model than you're probably used to hearing other people talk about, other coaches talk about. The art is really the thing that's important, and the person, the human being that's creating that art is the most important in that model. If you are after creative growth, we support you with that. Sometimes, creative growth is nonlinear, and creativity exists in many different forms. Whatever your form of art is, I like to say at Open Creative, we don't care if you paint houses or paintings. If you are a landscaper, a hair designer, or a clothing designer, doesn't matter. If that is your art, that's your art. We know the traditional forms of art, music, and, well, I shouldn't say traditional, but our most common, music, if you're a painter and so forth. But there's art in everything. I was a web designer at one time, and there was a lot of art in that. That was my art at the time. So we don't judge the art. Whatever your creative growth is based on what your art is, we want to support that. And we want to support you, the artist, the art that you produce, and your process of delivering that art. Okay. We also support you by connecting with other artists who are committed to their business and creative growth. Right now in social media, there exists a lot of people out there who are doing artistry, and sometimes you find a lot of frenemies on social media that are building you up and tearing you down at the same time. This community is designed to be supportive, non-judgmental. We want you to build your art and earn a living from it. Or if you just want to focus on your creative growth, we want you to do that there. And we're committed to that. And we want serious people there, serious artists there that are willing to support that. All right. So we offer this what we believe and how we support it. We offer this by offering a few things. Creative coaching. That means we coach the artist in building their creativity to support them in the art that they're producing. Business coaching. We adopt a new business model for the artist that really places the art and the artist first in the business process. We offer live workshops. I'm going to show you a couple of the workshops in just a second. And on-demand courses. Also, we'll see a few of those. And the community that's focused on the business and the creative growth of artists. All right. Let's take a look real quick at some of our courses and workshops. So we have 2 workshops that are offered both live and on demand. It's the Creative Business Workshop. This is an 8-week workshop where you can go from zero to having a full-fledged creative business plan in about 8 weeks. I use the word plan loosely because the plan is based on the way artists like to plan. We know that the creative process is non-linear. Many times the business planning process for artists is also nonlinear. So we actually support that. But short story, you go from zero to a full-fledged plan for your creative business in about 8 weeks, both live and on demand. We have creative growth workshops, same thing. If you are focused on creative growth, our workshop takes you from wherever you are now to this focus on the next phase of your creative growth in about 7 or 8 weeks. There's a little bit of flexibility there. Sometimes a workshop only lasts 6 weeks. Sometimes it lasts 8. It really depends on who's there and what we intend to do during that creative growth workshop. All right. Couple of more than a couple, but we have a few courses here. There's a product approach for artists. Okay. This is where we actually help the artist see their art as a product. If you're going into business, your art is your product. We want you to see that art as a product and make it competitive. We want you to know how to market it, how to build the systems around supporting it, identify who your customer is, all that kind of stuff. Identity and branding for artists is very important. You know, there's 4 identities of branding for artists. One is the art, one is the artist, and there's 2 others. We want you to know which identity speaks to your customer and to you and to each other so you can build an identity and a brand that really supports your art. Being kind to yourself in your art. This is really a short course that really pins on to almost all the other courses because sometimes we're not kind to ourselves with our art. We're really critical. We're the ones that actually shoot us down the most. We shoot ourselves down. And then being true to yourself in your art. It's an identity course that helps us really live the identity that we bring to our art and to the rest of the world. There are a couple other courses that are listed here, like one, we have a creative growth framework. It's a framework and it's a 5-step framework. It shows the artist how to navigate those changes as they're growing and reaching out to do new things with the art too. And there's a few others. Okay. So all of this is available to you in the Open Creative community. With the exception of the live courses, there's no additional fees for it. It's all included in one price. And it's there to support the artist in being the artist that you are. Okay. So with that, I want to welcome you to Open Creative. I want you to come in to explore. I look forward to working with you and supporting your creative growth. Hope to see you soon.